What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers. That's right. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and if we do, we're giving away a pretty sweet slab. What are we giving away, Nate?
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? Hey, Nate, I got a surprise for you.
I don't like surprises.
Oh, you're going to like this surprise. Like, I'm almost, like, 100%, like, I know you're going to like this surprise.
Is it your dick in a box?
It's in a box, but it's not my dick.
Okay, well, what is it?
Happy Merry Christmas, early Christmas.
Oh, shit. Where'd you get that?
I can't tell you that, but just know that it came in before we went to the stores, or after we went to the store. So
it's gonna go perfect with all these guys,
right? I don't know if I don't know, Mike. I think I can't let you open it.
Wait, what?
Like, you can't open it.
What do you mean you can't open it?
Like, if I give it to you, you can't open it. You can't take it out of the box.
Oh, like out of the box? Okay.
Yeah.
If that's what you say.
Okay, so that's my only stipulation. I'm
going to put a little, I've already figured out, I'm going to put a little light strip up there so you can actually see these guys during the show.
There you go. Perfect.
I'm also working on getting these. I don't know if I've shown this off. We're getting the Eternal toys from McDonald's.
That looks like Jon Snow.
I know, it's supposed to be Icarus, but it looks exactly like Kit Harington.
Yeah, it does not look like Icarus. All right, let's start the show. What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of November 17th. And it's a big boy. Not as big as December 1, which is coming in about 2 weeks, but it's a lot more heftier than it was last week. We've got a lot of books this week.
There's some beef there, that's for sure.
It's a nice, well-rounded, medium rare steak. But you know,
we'll get into it. Not a big ribeye or
no, not T-bone. Yeah, exactly. But before we get into our pools, we need to talk about this week's show's sponsor, and that is Shuffle Wizard. This Friday, we're opening the Crimson Vow. Shut up. The Crimson Vow Magic the Gathering booster packs. And I know nothing about Magic, but I'm dressing up for the occasion apparently. And I don't even know who this character is, but I had some fun in Photoshop. So make sure to head over to Shuffle Wizard this Friday here on YouTube, 8 o'clock or 8:30 Central Standard Time, and we're going to be opening up a whole box of Crimson Vow. So that's this week's show's sponsor. So check it out. All right, let's get into our pulls. So we have, first up, we always start our shows with the X books, and we've got Sword number 10, the penultimate issue from Al Ewing. You know, you kind of talked about it this past. Say what?
That's so sad to say.
Yeah, but you kind of said this, that you anticipate Marvel just completely wiping out Mars and the Arakan mutants. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in this book, I think.
And what a waste it'll be. Like, what an absolute waste of time it'll be. Al Ewing doing all of this amazing setting up, weaving all of these plot points from Guardians of the Galaxy to Sword, doing this nice little, Last Annihilation event that just really fit within those books. Like, you didn't have to worry about a bunch of, like, tie-ins and event books. It was just the actual, whatever. I'm so frustrated with it.
Well, no, but see, look, you're getting frustrated because you think you know that that's what's going to happen, and I just hope you're wrong. I mean,
this book is getting canceled, though. What else could it be?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I hope you're wrong that maybe it's getting canceled, but then, like, at the end of issue 11, it's like, but, stay tuned for blah, blah, blah in February or, whatever. I gotta pray and hope that it's not that Mars isn't ending. I really hope it's not ending. I'm gonna try to keep the faith and hope that Mars does not go away in this book.
Good luck.
We'll have to wait and see. All right, next up, we've got X-Force from Benjamin Percy. This is another one of these books that you said didn't necessarily, it doesn't have a prelude to saying that it's going to end.
No, because I think it's probably going to somehow tie into the Wolverine shit.
Death and Lives of Wolverine. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. This book has been good and bad all at the same time, just because it's just so all over the place. I mean, look at this fucking cover. Like, we have, like, I don't know what the hell those are. Humans shooting. I don't know. It's
Those
a
are the
weird.
Reavers, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. And so, like, X-Force is essentially Wolverine 2.0, right? Like, it's just a Wolverine story. And I feel like he needs to get off the X-Force. And, like, maybe Cable, if this book continues, maybe Cable jumping off of Sword will come into the X-Force and bump Wolverine off, and he'll just stay in his book. I don't know. That's just wishful thinking. It remains to be seen if I continue to pick this book up after, the slate gets cleaned from the X office and we find out what the new books are.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be the first one to go for me
Oh, wow.
of the holdouts from X.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this Wolverine and New Mutants are the only things that aren't getting canceled. So,
well, I like New Mutants. All right. Next up, we have Dark Ages from Tom Taylor, issue number 3. Dude, Tom Taylor is just killing it with Elseworld stories right now, and this one is no exception. This one is awesome. Last we left, Tony Stark got captured by Apocalypse. We're using Magneto as a battery to, keep Europe afloat via Apocalypse. I'm really interested to see where we go. Like, I'm hoping now. I mean, this is the middle issue. We're in the middle of the series by this point.
Yep.
I'm just kind of hoping we get, and I'm not saying I'm not anticipating it. I just hope we get a little bit more substance and I hope we get outside of this internal conflict amongst people on Earth. Like, I kind of want to get back to, the celestial robot that's in the center of the Earth. Like, I hope we get back to that. I don't know if we're going to, but I've been enjoying it. I picked the first issue as my pick of the week. Second issue was really good. Didn't quite make that tier, so we'll see where issue 3 goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, after that, we got King the Conqueror, issue number 4.
Nice.
Is this also the penultimate, or is this a 6?
It is. Yeah, it's
okay.
5.
Man, we got a bunch of penultimates, man. This has been a really fun little mini series as well. But you've alluded to the fact that you hope that it doesn't paint itself into a corner.
Yeah, I think it's like, I just think Colin Kelly is playing with fire a little bit here with the amount of retcons and redos and killing himself, and I just think at some point it's just going to become so muddled that it doesn't mean anything anymore. But we're not there yet. So
no, no, we're not. And we both have kind of started to see the movement toward Kang, obviously, with him being introduced into the MCU, and he's going to be a major player in this timeless event that Marvel's going to be pushing out at the midway point of December. I'll be interested to see if this little mini shoots us in that direction. I'm sure it will. I mean, I bet by the end of it, it'll be like, and this story will continue in timeless, and whatever. But I've had fun with it, and then the covers have been absolutely fantastic for the series. Issue number 5, I'm already telling you, is going to be our cover of the week. I don't care what comes out. I mean, a Peach Momoko could probably come out, and I'd still pick that cover because it's absolutely amazing. But this cover's dope.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
All right, after that, we've got Moon Knight, issue 5. This has been a sleeper pick for me. I didn't really know what to anticipate with Moon Knight, and I've been absolutely loving it.
I'm not a Moon Knight reader either, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. But so far, I'm intrigued enough to continue to pick it up. And honestly, the thing that's carrying it for me, the story is good, and I like Jed McKay, so that's a big start. But honestly, what's carrying it even more for me is the art. So I really, really love the art. I think the style works perfectly for at least what I envision Moon Knight to look like. So who is that? Alessandro Cappuccio.
The other thing I'll say about this series is obviously we're getting a Moon Knight series on Disney Plus, and I think
Mhm.
again, we're not avid readers of Moon Knight, but I feel like this is a really good jumping on point for novice readers if they don't know the character, because they do a really good job of introducing Moon Knight as a character, the issues he's dealing with, and we're still getting character development, so we're feeling like we're on a journey with the character, right? It's not just a continuation, but even though it is, I commend this series for that. It's a very fresh, inviting series that I think anyone that is interested in Moon Knight can jump on, and anyone that is a fan of Moon Knight and is a heavy reader of Moon Knight will still continue to enjoy this, because there's just little things here and there that they remember about the character that they love. So,
Yeah.
dig it. All right, after that, we've got Shang-Chi issue number 6. I believe this is the penultimate within this arc, which is essentially Shang-Chi is trying to rebuild Shang-Chi is trying to rebuild his father's organization and use it for good, but the Avengers, are not, they don't trust it. They don't trust that organization, and they're wondering if Shang-Chi is actually a good guy. And so, essentially, we're getting a fight with Thor in this issue. The last issue was fantastic. We saw the red and silver Iron Man suit make an appearance, which I thought was amazing. And the plot just continues to thicken, and I'm really digging this. You're not reading it. I am. I think about it every time I look kind of like at our pools, and I'm like, should I drop it? And then it comes out, and I'm like, no, I'm not dropping it. It's fantastic. The artwork is great. The writing is fantastic. The coloring is great. So, we'll see if Thor really lays the smackdown on Shang-Chi and his organization in this issue.
He will.
I think he will. All right. After that, we got from IDW Star Wars High Republic Adventures issue 10.
Yes. The more adult kids version of High Republic. So the last issue, the Nile attacked a Jedi temple. So we're still going to be dealing with that in this issue. An unlikely Padawan among them unmasks their full potential and saves the day. So I am not sure who it is, but looks like we're going to see some Padawan go Super Saiyan or something.
Okay.
This has continued to be the better of the two ongoing High Republic series. Not that the Marvel one isn't good, but this one's just really good. And,
a little bit more development.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing a lot more than Nihil and Martian Rowe, who's our main, the whole main villain of all of High Republic right now. So,
Right.
This series continues to be great. I'll keep picking it up.
Nice. All right, after that, we're jumping into our DCs with Batman 117 of Fear State, the final issue of James Tynion IV's Batman run. Now, we do get an Omega to the event, but who knows if that's just going to be an overview with artwork that's already been used. So we're not going to count that right now. And we're just going to talk about
new stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I'm just trying to be better. Anyway, this is the last of his Batman run. Connecting cover. I hope it's good. I think it will be. Just, and it looks like it appears that we will get Jimenez throughout the entirety of the book.
Yeah, the other guy's name is not in the credits anywhere. So
no. So we will, and also we get our Batgirl's little backup story, which I've committed to number 1 already. I ordered it on Comic Hub. I'm looking forward to that, but I just really hope. Again, this is my first James Tynion event, so I've never experienced if he sticks the landing. You kind of described that last issue where he does, but he continues to move forward because he's got more books to write. Well, he doesn't have any more books to write, so let's see if he sticks the landing, or does he just throw the ending to Williams, who will be picking up the book in December. In December.
Yeah.
Right? So, looking forward to Jimenez's art. I am hesitant to say this is going to be my pick of the week. I want it to be my pick of the week, but I just don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, after that, we've got Batman Secret Files, The Gardener, Fear State issue 1. You're picking this up. I'm not, but...
Yeah, I have literally every single Batman Secret Files that has been released that Tynion has done. This is the last one. I just couldn't not do it.
Yeah.
even though I'm not super enthusiastic about it. I just couldn't have it being the only one.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, these secret files are supposed to stand as a little bit of a origin story for these characters, but also be a modern story as well. So this does have ramifications in the Fear State. Like what is happening in this book is happening while Fear State is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm intrigued by her relationship with Poison Ivy. I like this split personality thing that we're sort of getting thrown in as like a bonus story.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same reason why I'm picking up the next issue of Catwoman next week because I want to see what's going on with this Poison Ivy side story. But
Yeah,
yeah, we'll
it should
see.
be interesting to see. I mean, I dug Miracle Molly's, was not feeling Peacemaker 1. So yeah, I'm looking forward to your review and seeing if I messed up and should have picked it up. All right, after that, we've got Nightwing issue 86, a continuation to the Fear State. This cover looks crazy. Um, again, I feel like Tom Taylor is on fire right now when it comes to just writing comic books. And man, does this guy know how to write a tie-in that feels like it makes sense within the current event.
Right.
He's done a really good job of that. So we're continuing, Nightwing and company trying to figure out who this Oracle 2.0 is and if they can stop her and get Babs back into her position as the Oracle. She's suited up, but we'll have to wait and see if we get, if that's what happens. I know some people are upset that she's suited back up. I dig it, but you know,
Yeah, Nightwing does, or
go for it.
yeah, Tom Taylor continues to make every little thing that he does important. So even though we're doing tie-ins, it's still good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point, if it's Tom Taylor, we're picking it up, right? So
Yeah, it's like he's kind of replaced Tinian a little bit,
Mhm.
which is crazy. I mean, it's a completely different style of writing and different level of involvement, but he's just fucking killing it right now.
Yeah,
Like I can't.
and I was gonna say, and those that are keeping up with this run, which has had a lot of like hype behind it because of certain homage covers and first appearances and stuff like that. Issue 87 is the big issue that has been hyped up because it's one continuous image throughout the entire comic and never stops. It's just the same image the entire time.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got Green Lantern issue 8, who is John Stewart. Tell me.
He's a Green Lantern.
Is he? I mean, apparently he's multiple. Like, there's a lot going on here.
I don't know. So this is the you're officially off of this, right?
I've been off. I think I was off the previous issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're still splitting up the stories like
Mm.
we have been the entire time. I'm in it for the Joe Mullen stories. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care about the John Stewart stories because the art is so bad and doesn't make any sense. Um, at this point, I think it says that he's fighting some guy named Diastorm, and it's the challenge of its future states in the dark sector. I don't know. I'm confused by it. I don't like
Mm-mm.
it.
Mm-mm.
I am just that desperate for Joe stories that I am still buying this book just to have half the book
So
be worth it.
when Joe inevitably leaves the book,
I will drop it immediately.
I gotcha. All right, cool. All right, next up, we've got Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 5, another Tom Taylor book. Man, we're heavy with Tom Taylor, and this is the controversial issue. John comes out as gay or bisexual. I'm sorry, not a big deal.
No,
I
it
just,
literally means nothing.
but outside of that, I think the story that we're writing right now is fantastic. This new villain who is creating metahumans with his refugee citizens, and we find out that John's soon-to-be boyfriend is also a metahuman from the island of I can't remember the name of, and so we've got a lot of invested interest in moving plot lines, and it's good. This is a good book, and if you're turned off by the made-up controversy I'm sorry, but this is a great comic, and I'm
Just
looking
read the
forward to.
story, and I think you'll forget about it pretty quickly.
Exactly. Like it's just a good book. So interested to see where Taylor goes with it, and how we're going to continue moving forward, and the relationships we're building in this book, and what's the next thread after this, because I kind of feel like this is the climax potentially.
Yep.
So all right, after that we've got Nice House on the Lake from Tinian. This will probably be my pick of the week outside of an independent book that we're going to get to. Just because, again, we've been on a break, right? We're on a little bit of a break, or that's coming up. Okay.
It's coming up. After this, we don't get a book again until March.
I was just kind of hoping like we'd forget about it, and then we're not going on a break, but clearly we are. This has been fantastic. This is it doesn't. DC Black Label is on there for just. That's who's publishing it. I mean, this is not it's not a DC book. It doesn't feel like a DC book. It's a completely original story, and it's fantastic. It's weird. It's creepy. The artwork is great. The way Tinian structures this story, you can tell that this is where he's comfortable. This is where he really likes to play.
Yeah. And we actually, this is the halfway point, issue 6 of 12. This is where we're taking our break. This is also, we got an introduction to a new character after 5 whole issues. Reg is here now. He was held in that other separate building. They broke him free. So I'm curious to see exactly if he's just an innocent bystander or if he's going to be working pretty hand in hand with Walter or whatever.
Walter, yeah, I wondered that too. And then we were kind of given. We were alluded to the fact that Walter might not be bad. Like maybe he picked everyone to recreate the Earth or something. Like there's a lot of theories going on in this book, and I think that's the really fun part of comics that some comics are kind of missing. And Tinian's kind of tapped back into that mystery of every issue feels weighted. It feels like it has consequence. It has a hook, and it just doesn't feel overplayed, which I think is really great. So looking forward to this issue. Which also, if you notice, the center book 6. Has no symbol. It's just an octagon. Yeah. So don't know what that means. All right. After that, we jump into our independent books with Decorum from Hickman. This is the last issue of Decorum. I honestly cannot remember what's going on. I'm going to have to go back and read everything. Yep. And I remember not really getting this book until about issue 3 or 4. So, issue 8. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back because if I want to review this book properly and actually talk about it on the show, I need to do that because I won't be able to do it any justice because Hickman is so deep and dense in his writing, which is not a bad thing. But I remember liking this series, so I gotta remember what the hell's going on in it.
What's going on?
All right. After that, we've got Primordial issue number 3 from Jeff Lemire. I have officially jumped off this book, but you are continuing.
I'm issue by issue right now, mainly because people whose opinions I respect are really digging this book, and I'm thinking maybe I'm just missing it. So we're gonna do 3, and if it's good and makes sense and brings me back in, then 4. I mean, like we'll be on an issue by issue curve as we go, but 3 might be it for me as well. We'll see.
That's a fair bar to set, I think. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
We've already mentioned this before, but when I glanced at December 1st and the pulls that day looks like, I realized how out of hand some of this is getting again, and so re-tightening the belt is having to happen, and so. After 3 issues, if you still don't got me, you got it. You're gone.
Yeah, in December 1, let's just kind of take a little of an aside. At December 1, it feels like a lot of things got pushed back because they have, and now they're all falling on December 1. We've got just a shit ton of books coming out there, and then we have a bunch of annuals coming out from DC. They're like, let's just release all of our annuals on December 1, and everyone's going to pay like literally $6 for every single annual that's coming out. So get ready for that. All right, after that, we've got Time Before Time, issue number 7 from Image Comics. The last issue, really hooked me back in. I was really concerned that I wasn't going to continue on, and it was technically the start of a new arc. And it's just we're getting into time traveling revenge right now. We're getting into the Syndicate and I can't remember the name of the other organization, just kind of going at it. And if you're kind of stuck in the crosshairs of it, so be it. And we've got people being strapped to time machines and literally withering away outside of them. We've got characters that were introduced at the beginning that are getting double crossed. It's getting insane. And it's actually starting to get more focused, which I really enjoy, because I felt like from issues 1 to 4, it was feeling a little hazy, but then we started really starting to build some momentum. So hopefully 7 can continue to carry that on, and we can continue to get multiple drops and multiple oh shit moments to the point where I'm like, you know what, issue 8, because this is on a issue by issue basis for me right now. But if it can hook me enough, I might end up actually just continuously pulling it. So we'll have to wait and see. All right. After that, we've got from Aftershocks. We were supposed to get this comic last week,
right,
but it got pushed back to this week. So Chicken Devil, issue number 2. It is not Deja Vu. It is back because we didn't get it last week. This will most likely be my pick of the week because issue 1 was just absolutely fantastic. It had everything. And I'm really interested to see what happens to this guy who is really caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he's got to essentially take hold of his own destiny because he's got nothing left.
I think I described this as a mix of 2 versions of Breaking Bad, where it's like whatever the main character, Bryan Cranston's character's name is. It's like he goes and works at Los Pollos Hermanos instead of dealing drugs. But with all of the gangs and violence and craziness ensues. So it's the first issue was a lot of fun. So hopefully the second will be.
The first issue literally has a double, a double spread of just this absolutely crazy, ridiculous situation that I didn't see coming, and it just set the tone for the entire book, artistically, written wise, just the whole thing. So, masterful book so far. And thank you, Ron. Thank you, Nate, for, hey, have you heard of Chicken Devil? We're gonna be an advocate for the book until it starts to suck. So there you go. All right, our last book of the night is a book that you found that is kind of a sleeper pick again, hopefully, and it's Radio Apocalypse from Ram V Vault Comics.
Yeah. So I actually picked this up because of Ram V himself on his Twitter. He said that he's sort of doing his own little magnum opus trilogy without it being a trilogy tied exactly. He's like, if you liked Lila Starr, then you have to pick up Radio Apocalypse. The heart and the soul and the je ne sais quoi that is Lila Starr is very much alive in Radio Apocalypse. So the second he said that, I went and put it on my pull list. I'm also super intrigued because this is an entire main creative team of Indian creators. So you've got Indian writer, Indian artist, Indian letterer. Aditya Bidikar is someone that I follow pretty religiously on Twitter. He's got a lot of really good takes on comics and the industry in general. So seeing all 3 of these guys together, working together, I was pretty excited.
Nice. Yeah, and you told me about it, and it wasn't on my radar. It is now. I'm picking it up. And looking forward to the review on Sunday. So hope it holds up. All right, so that's going to do it for our pulls. Now we're going to get into our extras for the week. Obviously, your extras is one of your extras is over here with Annihilus. But the one that I have, which I actually picked up today at Target, don't sue me, is the Amazing Spider-Man Marvel Legacies Black Symbiote suit. I saw this literally sitting on the edge of a shelf and I was like, mine. I picked it up and I didn't give a fuck. I wanted it.
Every time I'm at Target, I'm checking those out, but I haven't seen that one yet.
There's a Cyclops out there that I found one, but the card, and I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm not a stickler for the card, but it was literally ripped in half and the box was open and I was like, nope. Maybe one day I might.
These things are expensive. They should be $2 or $3 and they're $10.
Right. So
no, I
want that.
Totally
this is
agree.
Part of the toy essentially. So I want it to be in good condition. So that is what I'm looking out for. So if you do see a Cyclops, let me know.
Nice. The only thing I picked up this week that's extra is volume 3 of Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah, it's upside down.
What?
It's upside down.
my bad. Flying through you, Chainsaw Man. I'm trying to build out this, and these books are out of print, and they're just now finally starting to get them reprinted. So I'm just gonna pick up the volumes as I see them.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. It's a really fun story. Cannot wait for the anime to come out when it does, and it's pretty intense. I mean, it's more intense than I thought it was going to be, but I'm sticking with it because the story's really good. So I don't know. I think the anime is coming out probably either spring or summer of 2022. So be on the lookout for that. That's really good. All right, so that's going to do it for our pulls this week for the week of November 17th. Make sure to hit us up on YouTube. Well, obviously, you're watching it here on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, catch us live, give us a like. Catch us live on Sundays, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time here on YouTube, obviously. And then, as always, watch our Shuffle Wizard channel, our sponsor for our show this week. Obviously we're opening up new cards. We're not opening up Pokemon. We're opening Magic the Gathering cards, and neither of us know anything about Magic.
If you like Magic, come talk to us. Tell us your favorite thing about it, because we don't know anything about it.
We literally don't know anything. Like, I know, like, they've got the same kind of energies as Pokemon. That's like, and I'm sure I'm gonna get destroyed in the comments about that for anybody that likes Magic. What are you talking about? It's different. Anyway, it's gonna be a good time. So make sure to hit us up. Anyways, that's gonna do it. So as always, read more comics, fan. We'll see you later.